go. Okay. All right. Here we go. It starts in 3, 2, 1.
I'm an actor, but I'm also a very satisfied customer. With whom, you might ask? Heindel's used car and truck sales, of course. I'm so happy with my used car purchase that I decided to name my favorite sled here Heindel.
Keep my wife's car out your mouth!
Mountain grown for richer flavor. This is the Morning Stream.
Good morning and welcome back to TMS. It is Monday, April 4th, 2022. I'm Scott and he's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hello, Scott. How are you?
I'm all right. It feels like we missed the whole beginning of the month, kind of, right?
Well, we missed the first. We did a show on April 2nd. We were going to do one on April Fool's Day, and fooled you all. We didn't do one.
Oh, that's right. We got up and did it on Saturday morning, even though neither of us had any other things to do. We couldn't let you, the poor listeners, suffer, especially our patrons who expected their PM episode. So we got up and we did it. But anyway, yeah, just for some reason, it feels like miles ago since we last did this, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Got a weird sensation.
By the way, today's the day that Bono sings about. Claire Gack's favorite singer of all time, Bono, sings about in the song "Pride" in the name of love. Because it's when Martin Luther King Jr. got shot. Early morning, April 4th, shot rings out on the Memphis sky. Which is not true. It wasn't in the morning that, that Martin Luther King got shot.
Well, you'd think that Bono would get his freaking time zone straight.
Yeah, like Wikipedia that, Bono Vox.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Paul Hewson.
Yeah, and the Edge Man guy with the with the hat.
Exactly.
Got the hat on. That song's great though. Whenever time I hear that song, it's a must listen. I always love that song.
Yeah, it is a good song.
I think it might be the best thing they ever made. Everything else is fine, but that's a pretty good song. Claire really doesn't like them.
Everything else
Claire, does everyone there hate them? Are they just not?
She doesn't even really. It's a bit. It's a bit from Claire.
Is it a bit? Okay. All right. It's not.
I don't think she likes them, but she doesn't hate them as much as the vitriol that she's spewing out.
How does Liverpool feel about the Beatles, for example? You know? Do you think they're like, sick of these guys, quit bringing up the Beatles? Do you think that happens in Liverpool?
I'm sure there are quite a few people in Liverpool who's like, oh my God, we're known for so much more.
Yeah.
We're known for being Liverpudlians.
Yeah. It must be a little tiring to be, to have that level of celebrity come out of your hometown, and it must be just weird.
Yeah. Maybe I need to travel there and do a, on the road bit and say, hi, how do you guys feel about the Beatles? And just do a man on the street interviews.
Yeah, do it. See what they say. They
go,
hey.
We're big fans of the Beatles here.
Love the Beatles.
Put a lot of recognition to our little town. They all sound like Paul does now.
They all love Caveman. Huge fan of the film Caveman.
That's right.
Favorite movie of all Liverpoolians. Or Pooligans?
Right.
Pooligans.
Liverpudlians.
Is that really what they go by?
It really is Liverpudlians, yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're Pud. Right there in the middle of their name, Pud.
Nobody wants Pud in their name.
No!
I didn't think
anywhere,
they did.
Really.
Nobody wants that. All right, so I don't know if I'm alone in this. I was looking forward to a Sunday I had no shows to do, which was nice. And I thought, you know what, today's going to be like, let's get organized day. Because I feel like I never get 5 seconds to breathe and like organize anything. Or if I do, I'm like, I don't feel like doing this. I'm going to go play a video game or something.
Funny you say that. That is what I did yesterday. I completely cleaned off this desk and got a whole bunch of stuff taken care of.
Well, you got a lot further than I did because I came down here. I posted Film Sack. That was number one. And then I went, all right, let's see what we're going to do here. And I thought, okay, well, I probably need to get some water just so I'm just hydrated. Maybe I'll grab my headphones and listen to something while I'm doing it down here.
Sure.
Went upstairs, got some water, talked to Kim for a minute. Her and Carter were watching some British something. And I went, okay, cool. I'm going to go in the room in there and grab my headphones. So I went into the bedroom. I sat down and I'm looking around for my headphones. I'm like, Oh, why am I so tired? I mean, this is after we had gone to lunch with the boy, and it was great, and it was lots of fun. And I think we all were a little tired from that. We were in the sun a lot, waiting for our table because we were outside waiting. Anyway, I think that contributed here because this is not normally something I do. But I sat on that bed and just went, "Oh no, this is nice. This is nice right here." And then I kind of leaned over and kind of got on my side, checking my phone, and I was like, "Oh, this is nice." I checked a Scrabble game with some tadpole. Freaking Zoe beat me by 3 points, damn it. Anyway, and then I laid there a little longer and went, "Oh no, this is really nice." And then before I know it, 3.5 hours gone.
Wow.
I completely conked out and wasted the entire afternoon. I mean, maybe I didn't waste it. Maybe I needed it. I don't know. But I didn't get anything done. I was like, had all these plans, dude. I was going to come down here. I was going to wreck the place with like organization. It was going to be amazing. So instead, I woke up groggy as hell, tired and was irritated with myself for this. So I went down and I found out that the Spider-Man remastered and the Miles Morales PS5 combo thing was on sale for like $20 off for the spring sale. So I bought that and I played Spider-Man all night. Okay, that's what I did.
Nice. Which one? The original or the new?
So
you get the Miles Morales one.
It comes in a bundle. And they're both. The one is a remaster for PS5 for the old one. So you get like updated everything, graphics, and
it's
all
this
that.
One right here you're talking about, Scott. This one right here.
You have the disc.
Yeah. Where you got the Miles Morales, but then right here includes.
Yeah, includes it. Look at that.
Original Spider-Man.
It's usually $70, but I got it.
Yeah.
For 48, 47, something like that. And I went, well, that's too good of a deal to pass up. So I ended up playing that way longer than I'd planned. And I'm starting with the first one again, even though I played it on the PS4. I don't know, I'm in the mood. Yeah. So I played a bunch more of that. Didn't kill Fisk. Put Fisk in jail, and got some other work done there as the Spider-Man. And nice. I'd forgotten they changed the mocap actor in that version of the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the kid who plays Peter Parker in the PS4 version of the game is not the same face or body as the person who plays Peter Parker in the remaster. And I don't know what happened there. There was like maybe a contract thing expired, or you couldn't use his likeness after a certain amount. I really don't know the story of why they changed it. So
when they remastered it,
yeah, they took that dude out and put in somebody else. And now Shojo says, I hate it. I didn't remember enough about how he looked. I knew it was different, but it was fine because I'm like, I don't really remember, so this is fine. It's Peter Parker, whatever. But later I went back and just did comparison, like a screenshot and they're just completely different dudes.
Wow.
So I don't know what happened.
I didn't notice that either.
I never heard the story. I mean, I'd heard it had happened, but I'd never heard the story about why it happened or why he was taken out. But anyway, still really fun, amazing game. When I beat that again, I may not, 100 or go crazy with all the side stuff, but when I beat that, I'll jump into Miles Morales. I felt like almost doing that at first, but then I thought, well, if I'm buying this combo, let's play the combo.
I mean, I did. That's what I did. I did because I had the PS4. The digital version of Spider-Man, and then when I got this one on sale too. I think I probably got it for $55 or $50 or something, and said, well, I'm going to play the new. I never finished the original Spider-Man, but whatever. I'm going to jump right into this Miles Morales business, and totally dig it. Totally different power set to play with, and obviously because he's got some camouflage business, and
So I'm excited. But if somebody knows the story about why Peter Parker changed,
that dude,
I think the voice is the same. I could be wrong on that though. I'm not, because I didn't do a direct comparison, but I don't know. This would be a Google search and I'd be done, but I don't feel like doing it. So.
Well, not when we've got folks like AV Tech John and Captain Kipper and
get in there, Johnny on the spots.
Yeah.
That's the plural.
While you were doing your nap and when I was done kind of cleaning and organizing here, I decided to go out and get on the bike outside. Now, keep in mind, it's a little cooler right now. At least yesterday it was. It was in the mid-50s, which is nice, but not bike shorts nice.
Yeah.
So I put on the most expensive pair of pants that I own, which are Pearl Izumi bicycle pants, and I'm not kidding. I wish I could say that these were not the most expensive pants that I own, but they're $150 bike pants.
Oh, those are expensive bike pants.
Which is how much you pay for bike pants.
I didn't realize. That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
And went out there and did some cool weather riding, and God, had a blast. It was good to get out there and do that.
Yeah. I wonder, do you feel like when you get out there in the cold, are you more motivated to like get going or less? Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of uncomfortable.
More motivated for sure. Like you want to keep moving, so you want to basically keep ratcheting up the gears until your feet you're basically can always be pedaling instead of pedal, coast, pedal, coast. You want to find that sweet spot where it's like, all right, my feet are always moving, I'm always pushing forward, but it's not exertion. Like I'm not, breaking my back to keep moving.
Yeah. I like that, and now finally you got to get your money's worth out of those expensive pants.
Exactly, about time. Well,
yeah.
I did just get them over the weekend.
Oh.
But today's supposed to be like I'm telling they are the most expensive pants I own, but I just got them.
Yeah, I just picked them up. That's fine, still counts.
But today's supposed to be a lot warmer, so I'm going to get out there in the shorts.
Nice.
Guess what?
Nice.
Neither pants nor shorts flattering.
Oh yeah, those things the stuff you're talking about, they don't make them flattering.
They don't make them flattering.
I mean, look, if you're some 22-year-old beautiful lady, maybe they're flattering on you. But
sure,
on old Moose Knuckle Johnson over here or Brian, we don't look good on those things.
Exactly. They still are going to have that weird extra bit of padding in the buttocks.
Yeah.
That just looks weird, but.
Yeah, it's
even if you are a slim lady folk,
sure,
still going to be some weird padding.
Well,
anyway,
speaking of things where you want to do nice weather things,
yeah,
it was warm enough yesterday that we also this is before that. Maybe this is why, because we took like a hard dog walk and all this other stuff. That's why I was so tired. Anyway,
could be why you were tired.
Still 3.5 hours. That seems insane to me. But anyway, we went to the lake, and I would like to register a complaint. Our HOA pays for garbage removal services at the lake, which is not far from us. It's all part of the same big neighborhood over there.
Sure.
And we love it over there. It's great. Ducks and geese. I haven't seen Mendoza for a couple of years now, so I don't know what happened to him, but I think he got transplanted.
Yeah,
he's
running his mob from another location.
Yeah, they cleaned up a little bit and moved Wilson Fisk to another facility. But anyway, we're out there and we got the dog, the big old dog, with us, and Carter's trying to train her better with like this face muzzle thing. That's not like a muzzle. It's like it only kicks in if she starts jerking around.
If she pulls, then it turns her head sideways. It's that.
Yeah. But she hates it.
That's good.
She hates it, but it's working.
It totally works.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She's getting better. So, especially around other dogs, which is the big concern. And she's not like horrible around them. She just wants to play. And she's not mean or barky or anything. She just loses her mind when she sees another dog. She thinks it's playtime. So we're trying to train her. Anyway, so we're out there doing that. And of course, she takes a giant human size plus dump,
Okay.
And we're like, all right, well, okay, no problem. Here's the bags. Brought those from home. Zip, zap, zoop. Do the thing. Where's the garbage can? And I look over there, and the pet disposal thing is just billowing over with poo bags. It's
no.
Yeah, it's
okay.
just like so many that the only way for me to use that thing is if I walked up and kind of just gently balanced it on the top of this huge heaping pile of nightmare that's out there. If we're paying to have, I mean, what is the HOA for? If you're not cleaning up the poo, whatever it is, the garbage cans were all full, the poo bag things were all full. So people were, of course, using the regular human trash cans to put poo bags in because the poo bag things were too big. And maybe the weather was too nice over the weekend. They underestimated the need for staff. I don't freaking know. But what's the point of this is such a first world problem, but what's the point of having bag clean? If you're always getting after us going, make sure you pick up after your dog. Make sure but what? Okay. That implies you got the other stuff worked out for us. You know how to take the reservation. You don't know how to hold the reservation.
I love that we could use this for so many things. It's great.
Annoyed the hell out of me, man. But anyway, it's all good now. Everything's fine now. I'm not even thinking about it now. That bag of poo still teetering over there. Someone else's problem.
Still dangling on the edge.
Yeah, someone else will have to deal with it, and when they do, it'll all be fine. All right, Dunaway's incoming, so you know what that means.
He's in the game. Look at you guys.
Yeah, look at us early. We got our Monday checklist, man. All right, so check this out. Brian Dunaway's joining us. What a shock! Hey, it's Monday. Hey, Brian Dunaway, what's going on?
Shocking. Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi, it's nice to have you. How are you?
Oh, it's nice to be here. It's always nice to be had.
Yeah, we like having you. You're a very haveable kind of guy, and we love doing it.
Have me now. Take me.
Yeah, take me. I'm yours. Hey, it's good to have you back. Let's play a game. Brian here has prepared one, and it looks like lots of fun. So will you explain it to us so we understand?
I'll totally do just that. Hey, welcome to the Morning Half-Asses, a trivia game where I'm actually going to be giving you guys the answers. I'm going to give Scott and Brian a category and 6 possible answers. 3 of those answers are right. 3 of those answers are wrong. Depending on how confident they feel with the category, they can provide 1, 2, or 3 guesses, but if they get any wrong, they get 0 points for that round. If they guess 1, they get a point. If they get it right, guess 2, gets them 3 points, gets 3, and they get 5 points. Player with the most points after 3 rounds wins the prize for their contestant. We're pulling contestants from members of the Tadpool that aren't here with us today.
Oh.
No, not because they're dead, just because they can't listen live.
Oh,
Scott.
phew. Oh my gosh, I thought they had passed
That
away.
changed.
No, I wanted to clarify.
Okay, good.
Scott, you're going to be playing for Chris Weiss of Osage Beach, Missouri. Or Osage?
Probably Osage. Yeah.
Osage. And Brian, you're going to be playing for Josh Full of Archbold, Ohio.
Oh, Archbold.
Yeah, that's Ohio. You know what
round
that is.
on the ends, high in the middle. Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh, Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where every
Ohio.
town feels like it's tiny. I was so surprised how small Columbus felt. It felt like the airport. I could see the airport from the college. Everything.
Columbus
It
was
just,
small, huh?
Just
Okay.
little teeny is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little teeny.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Fine, good. That's good.
All right.
All right, you guys ready? Let's go ahead and get to your first question. Look, we're dealing with 2 artists here. You guys know your art. How well do you know your art history or your famous paintings?
Oh, geez.
Let's see how you guys do.
I took art history in school, but I don't remember anything.
It's all history to me now. Mhm.
Well, famous paintings depicting exactly 4 figures. So 4 people in these paintings.
Okay.
3 of them right, 3 of them wrong. American Gothic, Luncheon on the Grass, The Swing, Nighthawks, The Birth of Venus, and The Potato Eaters.
Oh, my Lord.
Figures. Okay, figures. So
Humanoids.
Humans. There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
At least 4 or only 4?
Only 4. Exactly 4 figures.
Okay.
First are from Venus.
Gosh.
Venuses are from Mars.
I'm gonna just. This is a pure guess. I know some of these
I'm taking a swing.
I know some of these are
if we
definitely not 4 people, but the ones that are, who knows, dude. All right, I'm gonna lock in at 2. I think there.
Okay. All right, Scott locked in at 2. Brian locked in at 2. Oddly enough, neither of you guys picked the same answers.
Weird.
Scott, you went with The Swing and Nighthawks. Brian, you went with Luncheon on the Grass and The Birth of Venus, or as I like to call it, Adobe Illustrator 2.3.
And beyond.
The answers are Luncheon on the Grass, The Birth of Venus, and Nighthawks. Sadly, The Swing, not one of the 3.
Damn it! I thought
Yeah,
Luncheon on the Grass was the one with tons of
There's
people.
one person that pushes and one that rides.
Yeah, no, I know
Yeah,
that, but
yeah.
I thought Luncheon on the Grass was that one with like tons of people on it.
Oh.
No, you're thinking of the Saturday in the Park, the George
Pointillism,
Surratt.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Luncheon
it.
on the Grass is a picnic, and they reused that art for the album cover of Bow Wow Wow's first album.
Wow, yippee yo, yippee yay.
No, the I Want Candy Bow Wow Wow.
Yeah.
And it was such a controversy because the lead singer was underage at the time, and she had to sit there naked on the cover of that album.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nighthawks. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you know Nighthawks. It's
No
the diner on the
Nighthawks.
corner.
Come
Yeah. It's the
Oh,
one that
that's
they keep
Nighthawks?
reusing
Forgot it was named that. Dadgummit.
Hopper? Edward
Yeah,
Hopper?
it's the
Nighthawk?
one that
Yeah.
everybody always says, here it is with Batman. Here it is
Yes.
with whatever.
Or here it
Yeah.
is with James Dean and Marilyn Monroe and blah, blah, blah.
Poop.
I kind of hate that, by the way.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
well.
it's meanie. It's classical art memeified. It's weird.
It really is. By the way, I'm so glad neither of you chose American Gothic. You know your
Yes.
painter's wife and her dentist.
Yeah. There are four. Technically, there are 4 nipples in that painting. But
Well, that's
it.
true, and only 3 tips on the pitchfork. So only 3 of those nipples are getting pierced.
That's right.
All right, let's.
She looks
there's
so
the-
upset
there's the
about it,
album
too.
Cover.
Yeah, she
Captain
looks-
Kipper found the album cover.
Oh, cool.
Like I said, the band Bow Wow Wow has 5 people, so they actually had to work in a 5th person in the remake of the 4-person painting.
So hold on. This girl's like 17, sitting there. Oh, that's not good. You guys don't be doing that.
Lead singer Bow Wow. I can't remember her name. Annette something maybe. Oh, can't remember.
Jailbait
For
Junior.
Annette.
Whole big controversy when that thing came out.
I'll bet.
All right, let's get to.
Yeah, it came out all right.
Credible voice.
Let's move from from art to science.
All right.
Oh.
Foods that are more than 90% water by weight.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jeez
So you got
Louise.
carrots, spinach, peas, radishes, potatoes, and tomatoes. Which of those are more than 90% water by weight? You squeeze them out, and you get more like 90% of their mass is water.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't put humans up here for the giants who squeeze us. I know we're more than that, right?
We're
Maybe.
not food. People aren't food.
We're giants, we are.
Yeah, giants. All right. I think I'm going with 2 again.
I'm going with this one and look forward to being told I'm wrong.
Okay.
Whatever, Mr.
right.
3 points. I think you're doing fine here today.
Yeah. Both of you locked in. All right. You both said tomatoes. Guess what? Tomatoes is correct.
Better be.
Brian,
They're
you
so
also
juicy.
said peas. Scott, you also locked in with spinach.
Yeah.
The answers are spinach, radishes, and tomatoes.
Oh.
I almost said radishes too.
I almost
Oh,
did
wow.
radishes. Mm-hmm.
We're tied.
Look at that. Tie game going into question number
Spinach
3. I
seems
love it.
so dry, though.
No,
Yeah.
no. If you look at it, it's like a thick leaf. So you
Yeah,
mush
it's
that.
actually 92% water by weight. Carrots are 87%, and peas and potatoes are both 79%. So
Peas and potatoes.
Oh, there's more
Peas
water in
and
a potato than I
potatoes.
thought. I guess especially underground stuff's going to be some portion of water because how
Must
would it
retain
go
it,
without
yeah.
it?
I thought
It's actually,
radishes were
it's
made
actually
of farts.
79% vodka.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, unless you're in Idaho, then it's French fries down there.
Aren't
Right.
radishes made of farts? Isn't that the joke? No, it's beets. No, it's
Yeah, beets
radishes.
are made of farts.
There we
Yeah,
go.
no, radishes are farty for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
they get me
yeah.
real bad.
I like a good radish, though.
Yeah, and a good fart. So you're in good hands.
All right, let's move from science to politics.
Sweet,
Oh.
my favorite subject. Let's do it.
I know. Middle names of a U.S. president. So 6 of these are middle names of a U.S. president. 3 of them are not. Milhouse, Bartholomew, George, Earl, Tiberius, and Gamaliel.
Earl.
Ooh,
Is that what his wife called him? Earl.
Earl. Come on, Earl.
Earl.
Tiberius? No way. Right? Come on.
Tiberius, come on.
I think I'm choosing these 3. I'm taking a big swing here. I want to see if I can
You
get
are.
ahead.
All right. Both locked in.
Look a little tiny swing.
Yeah, of course Milhouse is, right? It's Richard Milhouse Nixon.
Yeah.
And
The
that's
only
how
one I was
always
sure
thought-
of.
I always thought it was spelled with an E at the end, but no, it really is Milhous. You joked about Earl. Earl was Jimmy Carter's middle name.
Oh,
Damn
good
it.
point. Yeah.
And Gamaliel
Peanut armor.
was Warren G. Harding's middle name, meaning
Oh.
that, unfortunately, Bartholomew is not, meaning that Brian picks one, gets 1 point, and that's all he needs to win the game.
Dude, I should have taken
Earl,
a small swing. Why didn't I? I should have swung.
Yeah, and of course Tiberius is James Kirk. So
of course it is.
We know that.
Yeah.
Nobody with the middle name Bartholomew George or Tiberius.
Who was the Gallameel again? What president?
Was Warren G. Harding.
Warren G. Harding. So the G
it
was
sounds like
Gallameel.
a Lord of the Rings character, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Gallameel.
So the I'm sorry, who'd you say Earl was?
Earl was Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter. I've never heard anyone say Jimmy or James Earl Carter ever.
Yeah, you know why? Because we called him.
His mom.
His name was really Jim Carter, but we would say his middle initial. We'd call him Jimmy Carter, and that's how that all turned into Jimmy.
Is that true? That's
No,
crazy.
it's
Jimmy.
completely
Jimmy.
made up
Oh,
bullshit.
Jimmy wants to be president.
All right. Whatever happened to his brother was making beer. What was that deal?
Yeah,
about?
Billy
Billy
Carter.
Yeah, is he still around, isn't he? Still doing it? Maybe not. Maybe he's dead. I don't know. Too much beer.
I don't know. I think the Carters live long, baby.
Yeah, they do. Jimmy Carter's what, 95 or something?
That's what
something like
peanut
that.
farming will do to you.
Still building houses for Habitats for Humanity. I actually went to the Jimmy Carter library outside of Atlanta,
Oh, that's cool.
and it was cool.
Yeah,
So-
is that your first presidential library? Oh,
I think it was. Yeah, I don't think I'd been to any before that. This was during a work trip. We were at the Journal-Constitution, and my traveling buddy was a guy named Cliff. Really, really like a funny guy named Cliff, stand-up comedian as well.
Yeah,
And he has great reverence for the presidency, and so whenever he was in a city that had a presidential library, he'd go and see it. The only ones I've ever seen, I think I've only been to Reagan's in California, in like Yorba Linda, and
are they
and Jimmy
similar?
Carter's.
Are they like, go in there and it's like, I don't know, do they feel the same or similar type of arrangements?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is?
they
Okay.
like have the reflecting pool and flags and cool memorabilia from their presidency and stuff like that.
It's interesting.
So no books.
No books.
You are going to have books in your presidential library.
Your book library. So his name is James Earl Carter.
Yeah.
He is only one Jones away from being James Earl Jones.
We could have had him as our Darth Vader voice.
That's
if
right.
only.
And he is 97, by the way, James Earl Carter. Jimmy Carter is 97 years
Yes.
old. Holy shit.
Jimmy Carter.
That is an old man. All right.
Jimmy.
Well, there you go. Congratulations.
So, congratulations going out to Josh Vole of Archbold, Ohio. Archbold, you are going to be getting copies of We Were Here Too and Tacoma.
I played both those. Are very good games.
Cool. And Chris Weiss, you're not going away empty-handed. You're not even going away because you were never here. You're going to get a copy of Severed Steel.
Severed Steel. Let me just quickly check. Oh, yeah, this is a newish game. Came out last year. It's a first-person shooter.
Oh, cool.
Very positive reviews. Looks like you got a winner, even though you're the
good.
loser. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to
love
see
how
both people getting good stuff.
That's
Yeah,
right.
good stuff.
Congratulations, you guys. Okay. Hey, Brian Dunaway. We don't have Play Retro
hey,
till
Scott
tomorrow
Johnson.
where we dive deep into the King's Quest business. By the way, King's Quest, I didn't know was like a text-based adventure before they added all the point-and-clicky.
Oh, really?
I had no idea.
What 1 through 4 were text parsers, so you had to do your verb noun. You could navigate with your keyboard. Later on, a little support was added for mouses, so you could point and click to locations. But you had to say move rock or stub toe.
Yeah. Stub toe, a famous
toe.
move. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm
Zork.
right. But after 4, it went on to 5 and beyond, and those were all point and clicks. I'm more of a text parser game, and we're going to see if me and Scott have to have a discussion about which is better.
I think that
interesting.
there is something magical about text-based adventures, no question. I think there's something about that is really hard to replicate because your imagination is more powerful than any, graphics or whatever. But, we were headed that way whether we liked it or not. We were going to go, that stuff was going to be graphical and it would evolve into what we have today. So it'll be a fun discussion. That's tomorrow, 3:30 Mountain Time, live here at frogpants.tv. Yes, go ahead.
While we got a Marvel fan here, I know how much Ibbot loves the Marvel stuff. Did you ever play the Quest Probe games for the Commodore 64? Yes, Hulk,
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Hulk was the only one I played because there were just the 2 that came out, and
I think it was 3, right? Didn't they have Human
Was there
Torch?
Captain America? Oh, Human Torch.
Human Torch. Yeah.
How you say that sounds familiar. I only ever did the Hulk one, and no, I did not. I did not enjoy
the
it.
chair at the beginning of Quest Probe. Hulk, how'd you get out of the chair? How'd you Hulk
good
out?
Lord, like as if I could remember. I remember,
remember?
playing and not liking it, but I certainly don't remember anything else about it.
You remember not liking it? Like you actively did not like it. That's
I actively didn't like it. And maybe it was because I didn't have a Commodore 64 and I had to play it at my friend Tommy's house. Tommy had a C64.
Nice.
Yeah,
Tommy, I sent Scott my attempts this morning on Discord.
Oh, did you? Oh,
really?
yeah, look at that.
I did.
Yeah. I'm now seeing that. You've got
your attempts of Quest Probe?
Yeah,
Quest
you got to
Probe.
see this, Brian. Let me put this in your Discord as well because this is great. So see if this rings any bells for Brian. In our Discord is now the Hulk trying to get out of his damn chair.
It looks like Hulk skinny. I'm almost Daniel Craig in Casino Royale.
It's weird. He looks like the skinny Hulk. He doesn't look like didn't like Banner at all. He looks weird.
Yeah. The artist they got was like, I don't want to make him too big.
Well, you're never going to tie the actual Hulk to a chair.
That's great.
So what is it?
That's great.
Mad now. Nope. Hit toe. My secret is I'm always angry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's never not angry. That's his deal.
That's
he's
get angry.
Yeah, there you go. All right, fun stuff. We'll talk all about it tomorrow, 3:30 Mountain Time. Of course, on the podcast after for Play Retro. Brian, anything else you want to mention that you're doing these days?
That's it. Just streaming every night on Twitch at 6 p.m. Eastern. Come tune in.
Come watch him. Yeah, and you do it.
Brian, Captain Kipper says try Bite Lip.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, that'll piss him off even more. And
then it just says, you look sexy, but you're still in a chair.
Lick lips lusciously.
Lusciously. Kind of making me want to play this. Even though
I should totally play this.
Even though Brian didn't like it. I trust Brian's Marvel opinions
I
pretty
loved
much
it.
across the board.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I
but
do.
I owned the Commodore 64. I was the guy who owned it. So what you gonna do?
You were the friend. You were the Tommy of the relationship.
I was the Tommy. Yeah.
Apparently, partly coded by Scott Adams.
Yeah.
And the fourth one was going to be an X-Men game. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can play these online, I'm guessing, like on the
archive.org, I believe. Now I played mine on RetroArch.
RetroArch. Okay.
I'm gonna have to mess with that today because I got to get some research done before tomorrow. Anyway, Brian, have a great day. Kiss our butts. All right, he's off.
All right.
Hey, Brian, look what time it is. There's time for news, so I'm going to go ahead and push this button. It's time for the news, and it's brought to you by...
The pandemic was full of unexpected challenges and surprising bundles of joy. Pandemic Mamas, a collection of Canadian birth stories from the COVID-19 global crisis, illustrates just that. Over 30 mamas share their unique struggles and triumphs of being pregnant and giving birth during this time. Available on Amazon as a paperback or Kindle edition, visit tiny.cc/pandemic mamas, and the P and the M are capitalized because I think Tiny CC cares.
They require it, yeah. So capital P and M.
Pandemic Mamas, MAMAS.
Yeah. For the life of me, I'll never understand why. Maybe it gives you more variety because somebody else could do a lowercase one and that would be theirs. I don't know. It's annoying to me. Yeah. But that is a really cool project. I think that's awesome.
That is.
Yeah. Really, really cool stuff. Thanks for letting us know about it. All right. Hey, you want a robot goat? How's that sound?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Much more than a real goat, I think, is what I'd much rather have a robot goat than a real one.
I feel like I'm the same. I would prefer all my goats be robotic. And the good news is Kawasaki's got our back. Japanese manufacturer unveiled Bex, a rideable robot goat.
Oh, this is awesome. Oh, I want to see video of this thing. I want to see it actually.
Oh, there's
there
definitely
it is right
video.
There's video.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, robot goat mount. To over 140,000 visitors to the 2022... the 2022... That's what I said. That was weird how it came out of my mouth. International Robot Exposition, or Exhibition. This is a place where a whole bunch of robots get shown, so it's not just them.
Yeah.
The world's largest robot trade show, which was held in Tokyo March 9th through 12th. The Robot Goat, or Robo-Goat, is a product of Kawasaki's humanoid program, which recently unveiled Kaleido, I guess is the name, a robot engineered with the joint effort of the University of Tokyo. So, Brian, you've seen this. I'm going to pull this up.
I'm watching this. All right. So, this is great. So, the video on this page, as you watch as this thing is coming out, go about 20 seconds in.
Okay.
And you'll see a Kawasaki employee grab something to protect his crotch from the robot goat.
Oh, that's fantastic. Because you need to, right?
Yes.
My first thought with the robot goat is...
I don't know why, why did we have to give him horns?
Yeah, that seems dangerous. Although the horns have a cool, light thing going on.
Yeah, like Cylon light thing going on. It's cool.
I mean, it doesn't seem... It seems a little stiff. This looks like me after a workout or something. Or after that nap.
And you're certainly not going to be you're not going to be going faster than, I don't know, a human walking.
Yeah. Even then, it seems like it feels like even slower than that. But I do love this.
I do too.
I love seeing weird robot shit. Every time Boston Dynamics does something with robot dogs or whatever, everyone loves to make jokes about, we're only a step away from the robots taking over. It's
this will be the slowest Terminator ever if this is what happens. But I want to know what those two giant red buttons on the shoulders, on the haunches, do. Does
it make it scream like a person?
They look like emergency stop buttons, is what I'm guessing.
Why do you suppose it's a goat?
That's a really good question, because it's a whole lot larger than my definition of goat.
Yeah, a lot bigger.
It's basically like a horse with horns.
Yeah, why wouldn't you put, I don't know, why not a horse? Why not a...
Right, exactly, yeah.
Maybe just a robotic
Why decide
looking...
a goat?
Yeah, a goat is a very odd choice. I feel like I want to know more about that, but they don't get into it.
No.
They say that is, let's see, this thing called Bex, once again, can be seen stumping around the stage. I wouldn't call it stomping.
Definitely not stomping.
Kind of tiptoeing. It's not really.
Slowly, gingerly tiptoeing. Yes.
Also, how autonomous can it be? I think they're just remote controlling this whole thing.
They are, but now that she's on it, I wonder if looks like she has control of it now that she's actually sitting riding it. I'm at about 2 minutes 50 seconds.
Yeah, she looks like she is turning it, steering it, raising it, lowering it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's also got wheels.
It also doesn't give you the smoothest ride either. It's like...
There's no way, there's no way you're comfortable riding this. I do like how it can squat down and then have wheels on its joints.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So if you really had to get the F out of town, you could and then just roll.
I wonder if you could go faster if you bent the front legs to where the wheels were on the ground and then went fast with the back legs. Like a little chopper.
Like a little self-perpetuating
wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I love that idea. Well, once again, these robots don't seem very practical yet, but they're all just steps toward an ultimate goal, which is better, bigger robots.
Which is riding mounts. I can't wait till they unlock riding mounts.
It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Someone just recently rickrolled the entire city of Dallas. Too bad you weren't there still. That would have been cool if you'd have seen it. This was a massive floating QR code. That happened.
Like the one we saw floating on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, a little bit. Last night, as people partied in the city of Dallas, a massive floating QR code beckoned them to scan it. After a pandemic where customers were trained to scan QR codes to access restaurant menus and the Coinbase QR advertisement thing in the Super Bowl, I hated so much.
There you go. See,
without a doubt, thousands likely scanned the code. When somebody pointed up their phone to the sky and scanned the code, they were taken to a YouTube video for Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up, a classic internet prank known as the Rick Roll.
Wow. That sounds like an expensive, dumb prank.
Yeah. It was made up of for real, you're not wrong, 300 drones. Okay. They performed. They were all programmed to be in this position. Remember the Lady Gaga drone thing? A bit like that, where you can spell shit in the sky and all that.
Yep. Which is really cool.
They're
Super Bowls. Yeah.
Trying to find. They don't know who to attribute this to. How do you have 300 drones? Like, what did the drones all come and land in
Sky
Michael
Elements is who did it. So Fort Worth-based Sky Elements and Rockwall-based Jared Gines.
Oh, there they are.
Guy behind the Epic Nerf Battles. It's that guy who does YouTube videos, kind of like Beast Mode or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the guy that's he's got burger restaurants now, the Beast Mode guy.
Yes.
Let's see, Epic Nerf Battles YouTube. I don't know if I've ever seen anything they've done. Oh yeah, he's one of these guys.
That is interesting, though. It's the first QR code that I've seen where the dots are made of light as opposed to the reverse, right? Like white background, black dots. So I wouldn't have expected this to work.
I'm sure they're just
cool
front-facing LEDs on the drones, and you could probably only see it from one angle, or maybe best from one angle.
Oh, well, and maybe wouldn't work the other way, right? Because if you do the reverse of that QR code.
Oh, right, because backwards isn't the same scan.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that sounds like fun, I guess. Look, if I was a YouTuber with a bunch of money to spend, I'd probably do that.
Sure, why not?
Why not? You got nothing better to do. Like, what's his name? Jake Paul, or no, Logan Paul showed up at WWE, and around his neck was a pure gold chain, and at the end of it was that $6 million rare Pokemon card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
When you get that kind of money, I guess you just buy dumb shit.
We're living in the age of Brewster's Millions, aren't we? Like, basically, these people who are treating, like, if they don't burn through all of this cash as quickly as possible, they're not going to get the big sum at the end.
And I don't want to speak out of turn here, but does anyone know if the Paul brothers, Jake Paul and the other one I just said, Logan, do they do a bunch of charity at all? Like, if they do, great. Mm-hmm. I get the feeling they don't. I think they just buy a lot of shit and then stunt video stuff and whatever, right? Maybe they do.
See.
I don't know.
He says there's an if. Jake Paul offers to donate $10 million to end world hunger, but I'm curious as to
that won't do it.
But his conditions irk netizens. Oh, jeez.
But even then, $10 million isn't going to do it.
No,
not even close. So that's a dumb thing. It's all stunts. Yes. I hate it.
Yeah.
Freaking hate it.
So what were his? I'm curious of. If I get 690,000 retweets, he was going to donate 10 million to the UN to help end world hunger.
Okay, that's great.
if he got retweets,
that's great. We all have Vine to thank for him.
Yeah.
So there you go. Hey, one final story here. Colombia declares the hippo an invasive species.
Yeah, I would agree. There's a whole section of Crimson Mirelands in Pokemon Arceus that I don't want to go in because of all the damn hippodons. They're very
everywhere.
Invasive species. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, they're mean too.
They're mean.
Everyone looks at rhinos and goes, "Oh, the horns or whatever." They're not the problem. They're like docile, nice creatures. These things, they'll freaking eat your face like a watermelon. So Colombia has gone as far as to declare them as an invasive species. The ones that arrived in Colombia when drug kingpin Pablo Escobar set out to create his fabled Animal Kingdom theme park. This isn't the first animal to do this. These were not native to the area. He brings this shit in, and then they run wild and mate and go nuts, and then there's no more Pablo Escobar, but the animals are still there reproducing all the time.
It's like frickin' kudzu in the South, man.
Yeah. It's like anytime we bring any shit over anything, it's like we got European tree mites that aren't supposed to be here.
Oh yeah,
that just destroy our trees. It's like,
our own Randy Deluxe posted a photo on Twitter today of a giant snail that he saw in Hawaii, and that's an invasive species, not native to the area, and it's like poisonous to humans, poisonous to animals. It's like it's a blight.
Yeah, and then now we got a hippo blight. So
now we got a hippo blight.
Damn blight. It. Yep.
Pablo.
Yeah, way to go, Escobar.
Pablo.
You and your drug money.
You
See, once again,
mother, Pablo?
People with all their money just throwing it around. You just buying Pokemon cards and looking for retweets.
Pablo, honey.
Hello, Pablo.
It's your mother. Pablo, honey.
We have problem with hippo.
It was one of the weirdest, like, Jerky Boys bits that didn't have the typical Jerky Boys voices.
Yeah. No, I saw something about them the other day. Someone died or something? Did somebody die? Hold on.
No, really? Did one of the Jerky Boys die? I was sad about Estelle from Mom Costanza.
Yeah, that bummed me out. She's Mrs. Potato Head. She was great on Bob's Burgers. She played Linda's wife, or mom, rather. She's great. And she was pretty old, 95, 94, something like that. And we didn't mention her before she died, okay? So it wasn't us. Don't look at us.
We didn't do it. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that the two people behind the Jerky Boys hate each other now.
Oh, maybe that's what I read. Is that what it is? They don't even want to go anywhere near each other.
Yeah,
this is the
in 2000, they couldn't during an appearance in the movie Big Money Hustlers. Brennan and Ahmed were unable to get along with each other, so they didn't share any scenes.
Wow.
And Ahmed basically gave rights to the name to John Brennan, and then released a solo album called "Once a Jerk, Always a Jerk."
Wow. So okay, so is it just if you have some massive success, this is just what happens, right? Like the two brothers, what's their names? The music Oasis.
Oasis, yeah, right.
Yeah,
sure.
they would have probably been fine. They'd still be at Thanksgiving together.
Noel Gallagher and Liam Gallagher.
Yeah, all it takes is some.
Any relation to Claire? Claire, any relation to the?
Yeah, do you know the
Oasis
Gallaghers?
brothers?
Yeah,
do you know
guys?
them?
You know, ear. No?
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
So what would happen? Like if we got bought by iHeartRadio and did did this little thing we do? We calling it quits after a year because we can't stand each other?
I don't know. That's my question. What is it about that success, that level of success, that makes these people fall apart? I don't know.
Greed,
I guess. But look, the way we would do it is we'd be very specific and we'd say, all right, iHeartVideo, it's 50-50 down the line. We get to choose format. You don't get
creative.
We get all creative
control.
control. I think we could do it. I think we could pull it off. Yeah. I don't know what these jerky boys were doing in the 80s, but maybe it's just a different time. Well, we would have
sizzle
control.
chest.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Steven Schleicher joins us. Going to talk a little bit about Morbius and what people think of it, as well as the.
I've said all I need to say on that subject.
Yeah, Brian has had his way with Morbius. Well, some of you I guess didn't hear it because it was on PM, but we'll give you an idea
that's
what Brian
true. Yeah,
thinks.
I guess I do need to. Yeah.
So we'll do that. That's all coming up. Before that, though, a song, and you've got one, so play it.
Yeah, so we're going to go up to Canada for this one. Canadian singer-songwriter Ken Yates has released his second single and the accompanying snow-filled video. It's a song called Consolation Prize, features Katie Pruitt. This is there we go. Forthcoming full-length album is due June 3rd, but you can pre-order it right now. Here is Ken Yates and special guest Katie Pruitt and the song Consolation Prize.
Hi, B. I want you to me. I'm here. I'm hung out. You want to hang me? Are you hung? Because I am hung. Are you loading? Your error. I love you, B. Coming to me now.
Hard work pays off, Andy.
The Morning Stream. Always check your candy.
And we're back. Hey, who was that band again?
That was Ken Yates from the upcoming album Cerulean due in June, and the song Consolation Prize featuring Katie Pruitt.
Are you hung? I am hung.
Are you hung?
Are
I'm
you
hung. Are you loading?
You know what? One of my favorite things in the world is
what's that?
People. It can go either direction, but let's say in this case it's someone speaking English, not great English, and I love when they just are. Even though the words are dead wrong, they deliver them with confidence.
Yeah.
There's something about that. I don't know what it is, but I love it. It's like, are you loading? Like what? She means something. She means something, but I don't know what that means.
I know. I can't figure that one out. Are you loading?
Are you loading? I love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Hey, we're done with that. Let's get into the business at hand here.
Okay.
Shit. Hold on. Brain went blank, and I couldn't remember who the hell we're having on, but I know who we're having on now. It's Mr. Stevie Schleicher, and he goes by this.
Steven Schleicher. Steven Schleicher.
Hey, look who it is. Hayes, Kansas's own Steven Schleicher. He comes all the way from majorspoilers.com to tell us about cool pop culture and comic stuff. He does it every Monday, and we love it. Hello, Steven.
Hello, Scott. Hello, Brian.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Did you see the Morbius? Did you?
No, because you could only see it in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely has it.
Yeah, definitely have not seen it.
And this would not and should not be enough to make you break that rule, Stephen.
Actually, the only movie right now that would probably make me break that rule, and this is, again, there was a Spider-Man movie that came out that I didn't go see. There's the Batman movie that came out that I didn't go see. But everything All at Once. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh,
the
okay. I was
A24
gonna say,
film with
across
Michelle
the
Yeoh.
Across the Spider-Verse will get you to part one.
Well,
will get you back into the theater.
That one probably will, but that one with Michelle Yeoh that comes out this week, I think.
Okay.
I definitely want to see that one.
Heard a lot of cool things about that. Let's see if that's got reviews yet. What's the name of it again? Everything, Always, something?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Don't see it yet on the list, but I'm really curious about it. That looks really interesting.
It did a lot of good positive feedback at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So
it looks like my kind of weird too.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. She's great. There's some story floating around that she almost quit acting back in like the late 90s. Was going to retire early and just be done with it, and somebody talked her into staying. And now this story would be much more interesting if I could remember who talked her into staying.
If I remember, it was somebody talked her into staying and doing the Hidden Dragon.
Yeah,
movie.
which was right around 2000, 2001, something like that.
Yeah,
and she was like super reluctant about it, but then agreed, and then since then has just had like, this is when her time happened. Is after that it was like boom, she's just like everywhere all the time and stuff. I think she's just awesome.
She is everywhere all at once.
Yeah, I love her. Well, anyway, all right, that's one to watch for her.
It says here that she almost considered quitting acting due to a scary accident due to a severe injury that she had. So.
Oh, that's no good. Nobody likes scary accidents. I had one of those on a bus once.
Yeah,
but it wasn't the bus; it was me. Anyway, well, we'll watch for that, and you're not rushing out to see it, but you could be convinced, is what you're saying.
I am hoping that. So A24 just did, what was that one, the Green Knight, where when that one came out, it was in the theaters for, it seemed like only 2 weeks, and then it popped up on all the streaming platforms. So I'm hoping the same thing happens here, that within the next 30 days it'll pop up on one of the platforms, iTunes or something.
That's
like
what
that.
I meant to see was Green Knight. I guess I can get that now somewhere. Let's see. Green Knight is available on. Well, it looks like. Oh, so if I want to do it with a subscription, Showtime subscription has it, but it's rentable everywhere. I heard that was great.
It was very good, yeah. It doesn't follow the traditional story of the Green Knight, though. It goes off in an A24 direction, like A24 films always do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's still really, really good, very solid. If you're someone who's into cinematography and just solid tone poem storytelling, this is totally it.
Do you think the reason they name themselves A24 is because every movie they make has the potential of 24 different weird, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they go in weird directions every single movie they make. There's like no telling where you're going to be at the end of an A24 movie.
It's a name for the Italian highway, A24.
Maybe you never know where you're going to end up in Italy. I don't know.
You never know what you're going to get.
You never know. All right, let's talk about Morbius for a second.
Speaking of A24, really quick.
Yeah.
Sure.
I haven't ever since you posted it, Scott. I have enjoyed the heck out of Framed.
Oh, Framed is great.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not very good at it, but I'm better at it than I was Wordle. So I'm happy to be playing that. The thing with Framed, and I've only done 2 days so far, and I haven't done today's yet. For those listening, it's framed.wtf. Okay.
I love that. That's a country code or whatever you want to call it.
Top level domain.
Top level domain, TLD.
There you go.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I like country code better though. But anyway, they basically give you some images of a movie to start with, and you guess based on the first image. And if you get it wrong, it'll give you a second image, and you have up to I think 6 to choose before you either lose or you get it. And the images, I don't know if the images get easier to spot the further in you go. I'm not quite sure how that works.
Because the last couple of ones that I've had, it's the first image is always just so dark that I have no idea what's going on.
Certainly today's. Oh my God. I had to zoom in and it's like, oh, there's a person there. Wow.
Yeah. Let me look here. Frame.wtf. Okay, it is black.
Yeah,
it took me 3 to get today's just because the first 2 images are so dark.
It did for me too, and I still haven't seen this movie. And but on the third one, it was like, oh, I think I know what that is.
Yeah. All right. I'm on image 2, and I still don't know. I'll finish that in a minute. But
yeah, that was another one I had to just zoom in on for number 2, and
it's awesome. Frame.wtf, and it's just totally for
good.
visual people who are like, I don't want to do these word games with everybody. This is like your ship has come in.
Yeah, but if you're terrible at titles and naming things, it's also very difficult. Because yesterday's I was like, what is this? It's the tiger in the boat.
Yeah, but it's got an autocorrect kind of thing.
Yeah,
so as long as you can remember some of the, like one or two of the words, it'll help you fill in the words.
Right. That's true. Right. That's true. It's my wife hates it because she's the opposite of me. She's not visual with this. She doesn't remember titles of TV shows or movies. She doesn't remember much about movies she's seen. But she's really, really good at Wordle and any kind of word game. She kills me, destroys me. You guys probably she won't. I don't know if she'll play in the community or not, but her Scrabble game is like pretty hot. She's real good.
Nice.
So we're a little different that way. So all my kids and her are playing this Wordle business. I'm over here going, I'm the rebel playing this weird movie thing. But it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I'm still doing Wordle and Quordle every day too. So Wordle, Quordle, and Framed are my current jam.
Those are your three. That and catching some Pokemon while you're at it. All
sure.
That stuff.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, that pipe never turns off. All right. So, Steven, let's talk about Morbius a little more about how it did. I was curious about the money-making potential of the film, obviously. It is being panned by our own Brian Ibbott and everyone else I've seen.
Pretty much everyone's saying that the movie sucks, but not in a good way. But only made $40 million, or $39.1 million this weekend. And that made it the number one movie in the United States. It's made, let's see, 230. No, I'm sorry. Only 40 million in the United States. I don't see the worldwide numbers at the moment.
It looks like that Lost City thing is doing pretty well, and it's gaining. It's one of those movies where people went, "Oh, it's funny. I think I'll go see it," and then it actually picked up people in the second week.
Oh yeah.
So that's like
I don't know. I don't know. Some of us are old enough that every time I see it, I'm like, "Oh, this is a remake of Jewel of the Nile."
Oh,
or
yeah, dude.
What's
not Jewel of the Nile?
The very first one.
With the stone, Romancing the Stone.
Yeah, Romancing the Stone.
That's it. Yeah. If Danny DeVito showed up as comedy relief, you wouldn't be surprised, is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I could see that. It says that it's based on projections. It should expand its domestic gross to 139 million through Sunday. I assume it means next Sunday.
It must be because it's not going to make it in 24 hours. So.
Yeah, I mean, is that what were the projections? Do you think this is under what they expected, or?
This is probably on target for what it's expected. I mean, this movie was delayed for like 2 years and then bumped 3 times after that. So I think that nobody was expecting, Spider-Man numbers, even though this is a Spider-Man. I think they were probably hoping for Venom numbers, and I don't think it even made Venom numbers because I think Venom made like 80 million or something on its opening weekend. So I think that's what they were shooting for and just missed the mark completely.
That's unfortunate. Let's see. Morbius calendar. That starts a bunch of stuff because you got Ambulance coming. You got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You got Harry Potter spinoff Fantastic Beasts and the Secret of Dumbledore's Weiner.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's going to have to fight a bunch of stuff that has some momentum. I mean, I don't know if those Fantastic Beasts movies do well enough anymore, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2 will probably do really well.
Oh yeah.
Michael Bay's The Ambulance, which is his highest tomato rating of any movie he's ever made.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. So it's still only in the high 70s, but for him that's high. Most people give him crap. I happen to like his action movies, so I have no problem with this. But it looks like fun. You got it's basically Speed, but on in an ambulance.
Oh right, yeah,
or something like that.
If this man's heartbeat doesn't drop below 88 beats per minute,
kind of. I think it's kind of
this ambulance will explode.
I don't know much about it. I guess it's also a remake of something, or based on some other old show or movie or something. Anyway, I will watch that, but I will not go to theaters for it. Okay, that's the deal. That's the deal. Why? None of these. No. Everything I just listed. Not interested in the theater. No.
You're not interested in Sonic 2? I know my kids are.
I like Sonic 1, and I'll watch Sonic 2, but I ain't going to the theater for it.
The kids, when we first went into lockdown, I don't know how they got it, because they certainly didn't learn it from me. They watched it even before the movie came out on regular places, and they were just like,
really?
They were watching it on the big TV and everything, and I was just like, this movie's not out digitally yet, is it? And they're like, no, but we're still watching it.
We have friends with Plex, Dad. That's what they're saying.
Guess. Right, yeah. I don't know. But if people are wondering, if people are looking at Venom and go, or not Venom, but Morbius and going, why do they keep making these horrible movies? because Sony doesn't want to revert the rights to Spider-Man films back to Marvel. They have to contractually release a Spider-Man film every 5 years, or else the rights to Spider-Man go back to Marvel Studios.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why you're going to keep getting them.
Do you think, okay, so they obviously, got a helping hand with Spider-Man and brought the MCU into it and all of that. And you could argue this Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy would have been not great had they not done that. They would have been spinning their wheels just like before.
For
but
sure. Yeah.
Is it too much for me to wish that they would also lend a helping hand with other cool IPs they have? Like,
not at all.
Yeah.
I have to look. I think that they did make an offer to help them and collaborate on other stuff, but I think somebody at Sony, I don't know if it was Amy Pascal or who, was basically like, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's how I described Morbius on TMS PMAM Saturday morning. I said, it's like Marvel said, all right, well, Sony, come on in. We're going to do the Morbius informational, the character dump to the orientation to get you familiar with the character. All right, so Morbius is a kind of a superhero vampire, and Sony gets up and says, cool, all right, we got this, and leaves.
Very simple meetings over at Sony.
Yes, exactly.
I get the feeling, I could be totally wrong about this, and I've heard some people say that have some industry knowledge say that this is true, so take this for whatever it's worth, but there's some talk that Sony keeps this Spider-Man thing going, not just because the Tom Holland movies were successful. They just need to absolutely make sure they're the ones controlling video game rights, because the games, whenever they make a Spider-Man game, they make so much freaking money.
Oh, interesting.
That the movies could tank if they had to, but as long as they can keep it. I mean, they don't want them to. Obviously, they'll do better on both sides if both are good, but
certainly aren't doing much to prevent them. But
yeah, exactly. But if that's like a cash cow for them, and that could be why they have to just keep this maintenance up. I don't know if that ever changes. Maybe there's a future where Sony's like, I can't do this anymore. Here,
maybe. Oh God, I hope.
Yeah,
but not until after we get Kraven. Is that this year or next year that we get Kraven?
That's coming up next year, 2023. Yeah.
So how far does their ownership of the Spider-Verse extend?
Everything's Spider-Man. So if you want a Black Cat movie, that's a Spider-Man character.
Okay.
If you want technically Kingpin, I think appeared in Spider-Man first, so I don't know how they were able to get that, but if it's a Spider-Man related character / villain, it's Sony's.
Okay, that's interesting.
Same way with when it was over at Fox with the Fantastic Four, why they had to be very careful in some of the Marvel films about dancing around or changing characters, because the character was originally a Fantastic Four character, and that's why they were over in Fox territory. Same way with X-Men.
That's why
why the MCU still couldn't say mutants, even if they weren't talking about the X-Men. They had to go the Inhumans route.
Yeah. Are you excited actually for the first? Because we'll get somewhere soon. We're going to get a Marvel movie where they can say mutant and say it openly.
I feel like we're going to get it with Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah. Doctor Strange. Awesome. Well, this is all fun for them. Good luck to them and the rest of their month. Speaking of Michael Bay, we talked about this movie. He's been in a lot of interviews lately, and he admits he should have stopped doing Transformers movies. He said,
"Should have stopped being a Transformer."
He said in an interview, he said, look, I just made too many of them. Steven Spielberg told me to just stop at 3. And I said, okay. And then the studio's like, hey, make a 4th one. Here's a bunch of money. And I said, okay. Yeah. And then it made $1 billion. And they said, hey, make a 5th one. And I said, okay. Yeah. And he says, I should have stopped. They were fun to do. We did some groundbreaking things in the first movie that hadn't been done before. And he just got carried away.
No, effects-wise, that 07 movie still is mind-boggling. Yeah. It's some of the best stuff ever. And we just kind of take it for granted now. But it's really well done. The movie itself, though, whatever, forgettable and not great. $4.8 billion collectively at the box office.
I know, right? I mean, it's hard. I know people are like, oh, these are the worst movies ever. But it's like, you could argue that the Fast and the Furious movies are not great movies, but they keep making them because they keep making movies, making money. And, if you don't want a movie franchise to continue, stop going to the movies, people.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing to remember is when, so who's the director? Travis Knight. Oh, here it is. It mentions his name right here. He's the guy that took over and did the Bumblebee spinoff, right? Or standalone film. That's a great Transformers movie. Like, it's legitimately what we were all asking for a long time. We'd like more with Optimus Prime and everybody else, of course. But that movie is actually good. And it said to me, oh, these can be done right. So I don't know who to blame. Except you're making 4.8 billion, so who cares who's to blame? Like,
and I say this a lot when I talk about comic books and people who are saying, "Oh, what comic book should I read?" or "This comic book is horrible," and it's like, well, it may be that you're just not the target audience for that comic book or that movie or that TV show, and that's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
I'm really happy when a property, whatever it is, in whatever medium that it is able to find its audience and grows with it. I was never particularly a fan of the Ted Danson "We're in Heaven" movie. You know, we're in,
show.
The Good Place.
The Good Place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I was never really a fan of that, but I'm glad so many people enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is with a lot of things. And I think we look at this bashing society where people are just like, "Oh, this comic sucks," or "This movie sucks," or whatever. And it's like, well, Morbius made $40 million. I'm going to bet that 20 years from now, there's a huge cult following of people that are just like, this Morbius film was so ahead of its time. No one knew what was going on. And people just sit down and turn it into a Rocky Horror Picture Show thing.
Yeah, that's how this stuff goes. Not always. Sometimes what we think is a classic in the moment, many years from now isn't so much. I can only think of one movie in the history of my life that will stand the test of time and never lose its shine. You might call it shiny and chrome even. Anyway,
I'm very curious, since we've already broken the seal on this. Yeah. I'm very curious.
We haven't yet, Stephen. Hold up, we haven't yet.
Break the seal. Break it.
He hasn't said the words.
I am very curious how you justify your love of that film versus your other film that has a lot more water in the world about it. Because, it used to be that the one with Kevin Costner was the utmost of utmost, and it was infallible to you.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Then we have this other one, and you're just like, oh, this is so much better.
I don't know about that. Like Waterworld still conceptually is one of my favorite things ever, and I love it. I watch it at least once a year. I think Waterworld's awesome, but I don't think Waterworld's a good move. Let me put it this way. Like, when you give me a bunch of world building and you give me a bunch of these cool concepts, even if your movie's bad, I'm still giving you my time. Waterworld is not a great movie, like by traditional measurements.
Right.
But its world building and its concepts are what I go there for. Fury Road also has these amazing concepts and these things, but it's also an incredible movie by those other measurements. So it's far and away the better movie, but I won't say anything bad about Waterworld, even though I know there's some real cheese to it and some problems with it and its pacing. And
but see, this is one of those things about this is a movie that found its audience in you.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm curious, what's the guy's name that directed the Through the Desert movie?
Oh, George Miller. Yeah.
Yeah, George Miller.
Yeah.
If he were going to direct a remake of
don't even
Waterworld,
go there, dude. Oh my god!
Would you just start camping out in front of the theater 4 years ahead of time?
Yes, I would do Okay, you talk about what gets me back into a theater. Hell, that might make me travel to some fancy theater somewhere else in the country that's like the best theater in the country and pay a premium price to see it.
Where they don't let buttholes in. Like, leave your phone in this bag. You cannot take it out till the phone's over, like a comedy club.
Hell yeah, dude! Like. Either that or give me a TV series. But if you told me George Miller was making a reboot of that, I'd lose my mind. The thing is, though, with no George Miller and no Mad Max films prior to all this, there is no Waterworld. Like, this stuff's all inspired by that. Every time they do a thing like this, there's a little bit of Mad Max in it. I'm watching and really enjoying the Sea show on Apple TV Plus, and man, I feel like I'm getting away with something with that show because I feel like people have no idea how cool it is. It's so freaking cool. Like, I like this. I am now to the point, just started season 2. I am now to the point where I think I'm having a better time with this than I was even at the peak of Game of Thrones. And I loved Game of Thrones at its peak. That's how much I am digging this thing. Now, it's not going to be everybody, obviously, but for me, it's scratching all those itches. But if you told me George Miller was doing that, I'd lose my effing mind. But he never will. That ain't going to happen. But a TV show based on Waterworld, I could see it. I could do that. Also, a reboot of it would be fine, too. There was a picture at the Oscars of Kevin Costner with his arm around Jason Momoa.
Oh, Jason Momoa,
yeah. Jason Momoa, perfect Mariner. Get him in there. Yeah. Do it. I don't care if he's already sort of Aquaman. Make it happen. Oh, my gosh, Brian.
You're not wrong.
Oh, just get so excited. Anyway, Yeah, Waterworld. Have you ever seen Paper? Look at it.
Paper.
Okay, so Michael Bay, he doesn't want to do it anymore. But everyone should probably see this ambulance because it looks like a throwback to what he's, I think, best at, like The Rock and Bad Boys 2 and I don't know. What's another good action movie? The Island was really cool. Like he has his moments, and I know everyone wants to hate on Michael Bay, but I'm all for some just gripping, crazy, well edited, beautifully filmed action.
Yeah, popcorn flicks.
Yeah, those are good. Nothing wrong with a little popcorn and a flick to watch it by. Steven, anything else going on over at Major Spoilers that you would like to let people know about?
Not a whole lot this week. We are taking a look at Demon Slayer as our manga comic this week on the Major Spoilers podcast. And then next week we have one Scott Johnson scheduled to reappear on the show.
Yeah.
And we're going to be taking a look at One Punch Man. And I can't wait to hear Scott complain about having to read.
No. I'm actually excited about it. I don't love manga, like generally speaking. It's not my thing, but I do like that anime a lot. I like One Punch Man quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I've seen the animated stuff, but I've never read, the manga.
It should be interesting because Demon Slayer, if you've watched the anime, it is, at least for the first volume, almost beat for beat the exact same thing, almost frame for frame.
Demon Slayer
as the anime series.
Demon Slayer is the hot thing right now, man. Everybody talks about that. That and what was the other? Oh, the Attack on Titan people. Their next thing's some kind of vampire deal, and all my anime friends won't shut up about how excited they are about that.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is fine. As Shoujo Beat in the chat would say, let's go buttholes. That's what you say.
Let's roll buttholes.
Oh, let's roll buttholes. Dang it.
Let's roll buttholes.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's Steven Schleicher and Majorspoilers.com. Please head over there and check it out. And they've got plenty going on. So always something fun and entertaining over there.
And as Kevin Costner would say, stay hydrated.
Absolutely.
Pee on this plant and stay hydrated.
I almost hung up on Brian. There we go.
Oh, don't do that.
I know.
Again.
I don't know why I keep doing that. I highlight you and then go, oh, wait, that isn't Steven. Derp. All right, we're going to do a mashup from Jamie.
Yay.
Yeah, this is a good one. It's called Louis Anderson. Don't remember the context other than he passed away, but we'll find out what this means when I play it now. What does Samurai Jack say?
What the fuck?
What? That's not what he said. That's not what Samurai Jack says.
It's the lead's accent that is so.
Oh, I love it. I can listen to it all day. She could read me a bed story every night. A bedtime story.
A bed story.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there was a bed.
It's the story of a bed.
It's a bed.
A Wii U game with Yoshi in it was called Yoshi's. Oh, shit. Yoshi's made out of.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't Yoshi's. Oh, shit.
Yoshi's woolly thing.
Mammoth.
Oh, I lost it.
Yoshi's woolly thing.
Hold on. Okay.
And I've also got this desk lamp that. Bless you.
I want to learn how to like my dad did.
Oh my God, I saw your Oingo Boingo bumper sticker on the back. I love Oingo Boingo. Oh my God. Have you guys ever heard the song Little Girls? It's so perverted. Brian, put that on. Put that on.
We are only signing 4 boobs and cutting it off at 4.
4 total boobs, right? That's total boobs
and 2 peni.
Oh, okay. Brian will be doing the peni both. He's doing both those.
Tina's like,
where are the Melba toast? There's just pretzels and peanuts in here. Those squiggly orange breadsticks.
Depending on how you're doing, I might just initial your penis. I might not fully sign it.
I will go nowhere near any of your penises. I can tell you that.
You're basic, bitch.
Me so horny.
I like potato chips in all sorts of weird places. Not. Here's a new segment. Brian shows his wiener.
Right.
Use your Android
how did that
device.
make you feel?
Yeah, use your Android device. Here's how a drop down works. Now choose.
Wait, why between the two of us am I the one who has to show his wiener?
She is fantastic.
I can hear it coming in the edge tonight, or in the air tonight. I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Gotta rehearse those jokes in your head.
Whatever. I workshop everything in real time right here on the show. That's how it works.
Exactly.
Yes. I know.
Who's the comedian that just died? Who am I thinking of? Who just passed away? Big rotund dude. He was in Baskets. Won Emmys for that.
Oh, yeah, Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Anderson.
Oh, this that. Come on down. We're gonna play the feud.
There we go. Louis Anderson. That was awesome.
That was great.
I'd forgotten about the. You know what? And if Louis Anderson was around, he would have laughed at that. He would have got a chuckle out of it. All right. So.
Oh yeah, he totally would have. Yes, and Louis Armstrong would have laughed as well.
Yeah, he's also dead.
Both of them. Yeah,
both are dead. They're both hanging out. The two Louis.
Yeah.
That's what you do. When Louis C.K. dies, they may not want him there, but he'll be there. You know,
Will
that's how it
Julia
goes.
Louis-Dreyfus hang out with them?
No, because it's middle name.
Okay, gotcha.
All the Julias have to. She has to be with Julia Child for the rest of eternity.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
She'll say,
Well,
Elaine, you need to put the mustard on the deal.
And Julia Garner and Julia Armand. So there's a silver lining to every cloud.
I agree. I agree. All right. Slap Brian's camera. Why? What's Brian's camera?
It's going fuzzy, hazy, whatever.
You
again,
look fine now.
'cause
You look good.
I know people are just so like, oh, it's blurry for a second. I can't handle looking at the sexiness of Brian in clear crystal vision.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Your color went weird. That's
well,
weird.
now because I just launched webcam settings, which launches to this weird muted garbage one, even though
you have
I
a default.
set it every damn time.
Yeah, we have a default. What's wrong with that thing? I know it's just one guy who made it, but come on.
Do better.
Do
better.
Do better. All right, we're out of here. Thanks, everybody, for your support. And if you haven't done so yet, it's a brand new month. Time to hop over to patreon.com/TMS and get ad-free editions of the show that also include bonus content every day, PM editions on the weekend, and other bonus content thrown in. Stuff sent to you in the mail, all kinds of levels. Go check it out, patreon.com/TMS. And I would love to get your feedback as well. If you thought we said something today that was dumb, email us and tell us so. themorningstream@gmail.com. Hey, Brian. Whoa.
Yes.
Jeez, your face got all zoomed up. You're right up in... Literally scared me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Oh, wait. That went the opposite. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. That's amazing. Hey, do you have a song that you can play for us?
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I, Scott?
Yeah.
Yes. Finally getting to one that someone was upset because they felt like I missed their birthday, and I apologize for that. Kevin wrote in and said, "Hello, guys. I'm turning the big 4 on the 13th of January."
The big 4.
So he's
4-0.
the big 4-0.
Oh, gotcha.
Big 4-0 on the 13th.
Got it.
And I'd like to request a cover of Throw Away Your Mask from Persona 5 Royal. Brian can now skip the original game and play the enhanced edition of the game, probably when Scott gets around to watching Parasite. But seriously, you really should play it. That game is fantastic. Can I get a slightly longer sausage?
Before you get that, you get this.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, that's for your birthday. And then for your sausage.
Sausage.
Yeah.
Totally does every single damn time. It's weird. All right, so this is from the game Persona 5, and I hunted around for good covers of this because a lot of the covers you find out there are super samo. This one injects different vocals and different, like a more guitar heavy arrangement, and I dig it a lot. Here is the band Gill Studio with their cover of Throw Away Your Mask.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with more. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
I'm Chris, and I lost 120 pounds.
Jeez.
Oh, good job, Chris.
Yeah, good job.